if I told you that some of Africa's most powerful deities come in pairs, twin gods who embody harmony, balance, and duality? Across various African spiritual traditions, twin deities are not just seen as symbolic figures. They are sacred beings that represent the union of opposites and the delicate equilibrium that sustains life itself. These divine pairs embody the cosmic forces that shape the universe, making them crucial not only to creation but to the ongoing balance between the physical and spiritual worlds. Twins in African cultures are often regarded as exceptionally special and are believed to carry inherent spiritual power. In many African societies, the birth of twins is considered a divine blessing, an extraordinary occurrence imbued with spiritual significance. This reverence for twins is mirrored in African cosmology, where twin deities serve as potent symbols of duality. These deities represent the union of complementary forces, male and female, light and dark, creation and destruction forces that, when in harmony, generate life, keep the world in balance, and shape the forces of the universe. In many African traditions, the birth of twins isn't merely a biological event, but a cosmic one, reflecting the harmony between opposites that ensures life's flow. But what happens when these sacred twin figures are gods? What can we learn about balance and the natural world from divine pairs who govern the forces of the universe? The twin gods of African spirituality go beyond the roles of typical deities. They are the embodiment of universal truths that govern all existence. Whether it's the Ibeji of the Yoruba people, the divine creation couple Mawu-Lisa in Vodun, or other pairs throughout Africa, these sacred twins give us a window into how duality and harmony work together to create the world around us. In this video, we will take a deep dive into the world of African twin deities. We will explore the profound significance of the Ibeji, the divine twin gods in Yoruba spirituality, and how they are revered for bringing fertility, health, and prosperity. We will also uncover the story of Mawu-Lisa, the creation gods in Vodun, whose union brings balance between the energies of the moon and the sun, embodying both the feminine and masculine forces that govern the cosmos. Additionally, we will look at other divine twin pairs from African mythologies and how their roles transcend creation, influencing the cycles of nature, human life, and spirituality. Why do these divine twins carry such profound significance in African spiritual practices? Why is it that their roles as cosmic dualities are so crucial in understanding the world? These twin deities don't just represent creation, they represent the delicate balance between opposing forces, the interdependence of the elements that give life meaning. They teach us that true harmony is achieved when seemingly opposite forces work together. In the myths and traditions of Africa, these divine twins hold the key to understanding how the universe operates, where chaos and order, destruction and creation, death and rebirth are all connected in a beautiful, ever-evolving dance. These sacred twin gods are not just artifacts of the past. Their symbolism is still present in the spiritual practices of the African diaspora, including in Vodun, Santeria, and Candomblé, where the legacy of twin deities lives on. Through the enduring reverence for these divine pairs, we see how their wisdom and teachings continue to influence millions of people today. Join me as we uncover the secrets of Africa's sacred twins and explore how these deities reveal the fundamental truths about balance, creation, and the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. The Ibeji are among the most revered deities in Yoruba cosmology. They are the divine twin deities who embody harmony, fertility, and balance in the Yoruba spiritual tradition. The Ibeji are typically represented as a pair of identical twins, often shown as small figurines that are adored and cared for by the Yoruba people, especially by families who have had twins or have a special connection to them. The worship of the Ibeji transcends the birth of actual twins in the family. It's about the spiritual connection between the Ibeji and the energy of duality that they represent in the cosmos. The importance of the Ibeji lies not only in their ability to bring fertility, health, and prosperity to families, but also in their embodiment of cosmic balance. The Ibeji are seen as the cosmic counterpart to life's duality, representing the interconnection between opposing forces, good and evil, male and female, light and dark. These opposing elements are not seen as in conflict, but as complementary. The Yoruba view life as a balancing act between these forces, and the Ibeji embody this balance. It's believed that the Ibeji have the power to bring about prosperity, heal the sick, and protect the family, especially the younger generations. In the Yoruba cosmology, twins hold a special place. The birth of twins is viewed as a divine blessing, and their arrival is often seen as a sign of special spiritual significance. It's believed that twins have divine powers, and the Ibeji are considered to be the most spiritually gifted. The Ibeji are said to bring joy and life force to the world through their playful energy, and they are often worshipped as bringers of good fortune. Families with twins, or those who want to honor the Ibeji, may offer special rituals, dances, and prayers in their honor, seeking their blessings for health, prosperity, and happiness. The worship of the Ibeji is more than just about the physical manifestation of twins. It's about the power of duality, the balance between opposites, and the spiritual synergy they create. The Ibeji, as divine twins, offer a deeper understanding of life and its dual nature. Their importance extends beyond the immediate family to the greater Yoruba society, as they represent the cosmic order that maintains the balance between life and death, creation and destruction, and joy and sorrow. Mawu-Lisa is one of the most powerful divine pairs in Vodun, also known as Voodoo or Vodou, and plays a key role in the creation myth of this spiritual tradition. Mawu and Lisa are considered the cosmic twins, representing the unity of two complementary energies, the feminine and masculine, the moon and the sun, the nurturing and the powerful. Together, they are responsible for the creation of the world and everything in it, serving as the foundation of the Vodun belief system. Mawu, the feminine energy, is associated with the moon, fertility, and creation. She is often depicted as the mother goddess, embodying the nurturing, cyclical, and reflective qualities of the universe. Mawu's influence is seen in the natural world. She governs the forces of growth, fertility, and the rhythms of the earth. Her role in creation is not just to bring forth life, but to sustain it through the cycles of nature. Mawu is also connected to the spiritual realm, where she guides the souls of the dead and ensures their safe passage to the afterlife. Lisa, on the other hand, is the masculine counterpart, associated with the sun, strength, and power. He embodies the dynamic forces of the universe, the force of action and movement. While Mawu represents the passive and nurturing qualities, Lisa brings the active and creative energy needed for creation. Lisa's power is associated with the physical world, from the sun's warmth and energy to the forces of strength and leadership. His role is critical in the formation of the world, where he acts as the driving force that propels the universe into existence. Together, Mawu and Lisa create the world through their union, combining their distinct energies to form a balanced whole. The duality of their relationship is essential to the foundation of the universe in Vodun cosmology. It is through their union that the world's creation story begins, where the two forces work in harmony to bring about life. The story of Mawu and Lisa exemplifies the Vodun understanding that creation is the result of the balance between opposites, feminine and masculine, passive and active, nurturing and powerful. Without both energies, creation could not take place, and the universe would fall into chaos. In Vodun, Mawu-Lisa are not simply deities of creation, they are also symbols of balance and the interconnectedness of all things. Their energies are ever present in the world, maintaining the cosmic order and ensuring that the forces of nature work in harmony. Through their duality, they demonstrate that the universe is a place where balance must be maintained, and opposing forces are not in conflict, but in collaboration. This dynamic between Mawu and Lisa is a reminder that life itself thrives when opposing forces are brought together in perfect harmony. The influence of Mawu and Lisa extends beyond the creation myth. They are central figures in Vodun rituals where their energies are invoked to bring balance to the world, to promote healing, and to ensure that life cycles are maintained. Their presence in Vodun's spiritual practices emphasizes the importance of balance, harmony, and the union of dual forces in shaping the world around us. The concept of twin deities is central to many African spiritual traditions and offers a powerful lens through which to view the balance of life, the universe, and the spiritual realms. At the heart of these twin deities is the symbolism of duality, the idea that life is composed of opposing yet complementary forces. This duality is reflected in the cosmos, where every force, element, or being has an opposite light and darkness, masculine and feminine, birth and death, order and chaos. The twin gods represent the cosmic balance between these forces and the understanding that these opposites must coexist in harmony for life to be sustained. In many African traditions, twin deities are not just figures of worship, but also the embodiment of fundamental truths about the nature of existence. These deities represent more than just creation, they are the balance keepers, ensuring that the cycles of life continue and that spiritual forces align. The recurring presence of twin gods in African cosmology demonstrates how deeply these traditions value balance and harmony not just in the natural world, but in the spiritual and moral realms as well. The Ibeji, for example, are not just fertility deities, they also embody the balance of life and death, health and sickness, joy and sorrow. The Yoruba people understand that the world cannot exist in a state of constant harmony or order. Rather, it is through the interaction of opposites that creation continues. The Ibeji embody this truth by being both symbols of growth and life, while also reflecting the challenges and struggles that come with it. They offer a reminder that the universe thrives when its opposing forces work in unison, and that growth comes from understanding and embracing the duality of existence. Likewise, Mawu-Lisa in Vodun reflect the complementary nature of the universe through their union of the moon and the sun, the feminine and masculine. The delicate balance between these two forces governs the natural world. The moon nurtures and reflects, while the sun provides energy and life. Together, they create the rhythms of life, day and night, seasons and cycles of growth and decay. These rhythms are not just physical, they are also spiritual. Mawu-Lisa maintain the cosmic order, ensuring that the forces of nature, like the forces of life itself, are in constant motion and balance. This theme of duality is not limited to the deities themselves. It extends to the people who worship them as well. In many African cultures, twins are considered sacred beings, and the birth of twins is seen as a divine blessing. Twin children are often seen as being endowed with special powers and are believed to carry the energy of the divine pair they represent. They embody the same forces of balance and harmony that their deities do, and their birth is seen as a sign that the cosmic order is in place. In some African communities, twins are treated with extraordinary reverence, and rituals are performed to honor them and invoke their blessings. These twin deities and the culture of reverence surrounding twins provide a unique perspective on the nature of balance and duality in African spirituality. The understanding that opposites are not only inevitable but necessary for creation forms the foundation of much of African cosmology. Twin deities remind us that creation, life, and the universe are constantly in motion, shaped by the interplay of forces that must work together, even when they seem to be at odds. Twin deities in African mythology are not just symbols of creation. They also represent the larger philosophical themes of life cycles, balance, and the interconnectedness of all things. In many African creation myths, the union of divine twins is the catalyst for the creation of the world, the universe, and all living beings. The birth of twin gods signifies the beginning of life itself. where the harmonious convergence of dual forces, masculine and feminine, light and dark, gives birth to the world in its entirety. In African cosmology, these dual forces work together to create and sustain the world. They are often seen as complementary energies that cannot exist without one another. The idea that opposites are not in conflict but in collaboration is central to many African belief systems. The divine twins, whether it's the Ibeji of the Yoruba or Mawu-Lisa of Vodun, reflect the principle that life's vitality comes from the balance and union of complementary energies. This is not simply a spiritual or metaphysical idea. It is deeply embedded in the way people live their lives, especially in the rituals and practices surrounding the worship of these twin deities. In many cultures, the birth of twins is seen as a special event imbued with cosmic significance. Twins are not just children, but are viewed as sacred beings who carry the energy of the divine. In Yoruba culture, for example, twins are considered to be endowed with spiritual power, with families often going to great lengths to honor them. The Ibeji, as divine twins, are worshipped and revered in ways that reflect this sacredness. In the case of the Ibeji, families who have twins often seek their blessings and protection, offering prayers and rituals to ensure prosperity, good health, and spiritual well-being. Similarly, in Vodun, the presence of Mawu and Lisa as twin deities is central to the spiritual life of those who follow the faith. Their duality, feminine and masculine, nurturing and powerful, is reflected in the world's natural order and the cycles of life and death. The gods are not just distant cosmic figures. They are intimately connected to the everyday lives of their devotees. They are invoked in ceremonies to ensure the harmony and balance of both the spiritual and material worlds. The idea that creation is the result of dual forces coming together is central to these practices, reinforcing the belief that life itself is a process of balance, growth, and transformation. The concept of creation through duality extends beyond just the gods. It is seen in the natural world as well, from the balance of day and night to the cycles of the seasons. Life is understood as a constant ebb and flow of opposing forces, but these forces are not destructive. Rather, they work together to create a harmonious balance that allows for growth, change, and renewal. This view is reflected in the African philosophy of life, where harmony and equilibrium are seen as the ultimate goals. The divine twins, through their cosmic dance of balance and duality, serve as a model for how these principles are reflected in both the spiritual and physical realms. Throughout our exploration of sacred twin deities in African cosmology, one thing has become clear. These divine pairs are not just symbols of creation, but embodiments of balance, duality, and harmony. Whether it's the Ibeji, the divine twins of Yoruba spirituality, or Mawu and Lisa, the cosmic couple of Vodun, twin gods represent the profound understanding that life itself thrives through the interaction and balance of opposing forces. In African traditions, the union of these divine twins is a celebration of the interconnectedness of all things light and dark, masculine and feminine, creation and destruction. The stories of these sacred twins teach us that creation is not born from a single force, but from the convergence of complementary energies. It is through their union that life, the universe, and everything in between come into existence and are sustained. This duality isn't about conflict or opposition, it's about cooperation and balance. The divine twins show us that life's greatest lessons come from understanding that opposing forces can coexist in perfect harmony, and that balance is the key to spiritual and physical prosperity. The reverence for twins in many African cultures and the sacred worship of twin deities highlights the African belief that opposites are not only necessary but sacred. From the Ibeji's protection and prosperity to Mawu-Lisa's role in the creation of the world, these deities serve as vital figures in maintaining the cosmic order and ensuring that the forces of nature and the spiritual realms remain in balance. In African traditions, the understanding of life as a dynamic, interconnected system where all forces must work together in unity remains central to the way the world is understood. Furthermore, the legacy of these sacred twin deities continues in the African diaspora. In Vodun, Santeria, and Candomblé, the influence of divine twins like Mawu-Lisa and the Ibeji is evident, as their teachings about balance, harmony, and duality shape spiritual practices around the world. These divine pairs are not just relics of the past, they continue to guide and inspire millions of people in their spiritual journeys, helping them navigate the complexities of life, death, and rebirth. By exploring the stories of these sacred twins, we gain a deeper understanding of the spiritual principles that underpin African cosmologies. The importance of balance, the sacredness of duality, and the unity of opposites are lessons that are not only relevant to African spirituality, but to the way we live our lives today. We are reminded that true harmony is achieved when we learn to embrace the forces that shape our existence and allow them to work in unity rather than in conflict. If you found this video insightful and intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's so much more to explore in the world of African spirituality and the divine forces that shape our universe. Stay tuned for more content that delves into the forgotten myths, powerful gods, and ancient wisdom of African traditions.